There are many challenges when it comes to delivering strategic reward and recognition, whether that be employee engagement, whether that be the need for consistency, whether that be the need for improved visibility. But ultimately the biggest challenge is very much around demonstrating ROI. And we believe ROI actually has three meanings: return on the individual, return on the intangible, and return on investment, which is the key metric that everyone identifies and talks about. So if we take return on the intangible is very much about the beliefs of the organisation and how these are borne out in its employees. And it's important that every element of ROI is quantifiable. So quantifying the return on the intangible is very much around employee satisfaction scores and how we can determine the change. So return on the individual is the second component, and this is very much about retention and measuring attrition and how willing an individual employee is to recommend their employer as a good place to work. Attrition scores are quantifiable. It's easy to quantify the number of employees that are recommended, or colleagues or friends that are recommended, and it's also very easy to assess the general attitude of employees through their appraisal schemes. The third metric is return on investment, the obvious metric which most organisations look to measure. And this is something that's relatively straightforward to assess from a sales incentive perspective, but how do you quantify return on investment for an operational function or a support function within the business? And here it then becomes imperative that we have defined a balanced scorecard which monetizes whichever metrics we can measure and looks to assess the performances of KPIs. Ultimately, with all three metrics, return on individual, return on intangible, and return on investment, it's a direct correlation between employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, and ultimately the bottom line.